Hey, Michelle.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Yeah.
You can hear me all right?
Yes, I sure can.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, here, so we have about 30 minutes or so together, and I would
hmm
love to hear about your experience with the course the other day, last week, I guess it was.
hmm Yeah, it was amazing. Like
Oh,
the amount,
good.
yeah, the amount of information that you put in it is like, yeah, it was amazing just doing that on its own. Like
Okay.
opened up a lot of venues of knowledge and yeah.
Good. Good. Okay. So, you're interested, obviously, in learning
hmm
more, but I guess we'll talk about what does that look like. So, I'd like to spend time getting to know you and getting to know your practice and where you're at now and where you're looking to go so I can be sure that what we're connecting you with suits you and is useful for you.
hmm
So, what if you tell me about your practice now? Who's your clientele? Where do you work? How do you work? All the
Yes, so
details.
I'm based in Canmore and I'm a subcontractor at a clinic in downtown Canmore. And
Okay.
um, yeah, so it's a good mix of probably about like 50% locals, 50% tourists. So we get a lot of traffic and coming in just wanting their weekend holiday massages. So very generalized. And then we also get a good local base that and being in the mountains, most locals are pretty athletic, so you get a lot of athletic style massage as well. And yeah, so like for me, I'd say I'm probably a generalist, but definitely like therapeutic. That's definitely my specialty. So I
Yeah,
do
you
tend
prefer
on
the
the yeah, I do tend on the firmer
river
massages
side.
for sure. Yep, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I've been at this for 18 years and I find that at this point in time it's getting a little difficult to stay engaged in my practice just because it's like same old clients all the time. You know, even with the diversity of clients that I have, is like I've I've studied quite a few different modalities and techniques, so I feel like yeah, there's I know a lot in a lot of different realms. So yeah.
R- Right. But it sounds like you're not like mentally as stimulated as you would like to be. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Right.
for sure.
So body is feeling the 18 years of practice.
It's starting to a little bit, not too bad, but yeah, if I don't keep up with my maintenance and self care, then it certainly does creep up on me. But yeah.
Then you notice. Okay, amazing. So tell me about your vision for yourself a year from now. If you were going to be looking at your practice in the future, say we're spring of 2025, what would that look like for you? What would your ideal vision be?
I would like to get more specialized into like more of the medical massage kind of stuff. I feel like that's really pulling into me right now and yeah, getting a lot more.
What what is it that's pulling you in that direction?
Um, I don't know. Well, seeing this course first of all really intrigued me, and like that's a whole area that I don't know much about and never practiced much, and even more so as you know, most people are like, stay away from that area, and
Yeah,
even a lot of like medical massage, like oncology massage and stuff like that, people are really shy
yeah,
to work with those clients.
yeah. Some people are very intimidated. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they just
Mm-hmm.
feel like, whoa, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I should refer them out. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then it's like who do you refer it to?
Yeah, especially when you're in a smaller town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a missing gap, like the rehabilitation part of the care. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. It really needs to be filled in.
Mm-hmm.
So for you then, a year from now, you'd kind of like to move past being a generalist and into more of working with a specific population?
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
Cool. And do you
Mhm.
have a sense of like how many people you'd like in your practice? Like just a few, or try and make it a dominant focus, or no, not really sure at the moment?
I'm not too sure at the moment. I don't think it would be something where it'd be like my dominant focus, but yeah, just adding more variety
Adding,
to the clientele, I'd say. Yeah.
amazing. Adding variety. Yeah. Grand. Okay, cool. So where would you say the gaps are between where you're at right now and where you would like to be a year from now?
Um, I'd say a little bit of education. Definitely need a little bit of education more in the specifics of like, well, doing the breast and chest stuff, and that's definitely something I want. I've been feeling for quite a while, actually, probably a few years that I've been
Ah,
interested in it, but just haven't come across a good course
okay.
that really intrigued me to like really get a good deep dive into it. Yeah.
Amazing. But
Hmm.
this one's captured your attention.
Hmm.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And what do you think it is that captured your attention?
I think just the depth of it, like I have a colleague of mine from back in Saskatchewan that specializes in breast massage, and she does like a little one day breast massage course. But that your course like goes really deep into everything, like even just that the free 3 day course that you offered is like, wow, the amount of information that you've given in that alone is amazing.
It's a lot. Yeah, I mean, I've yet to create a course that's not packed full of information. So yeah, that's like a little
Mhm.
starter one, and there's a lot more information where that comes from. And I would really love to introduce you to it because I can see it like it lights you up, right? It makes you feel
Mhm.
like, oh, this is exciting, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
There's not
I
very
love
many
that.
things that make me feel like really excited at this point in my
Oh,
career.
oh, that's good. I love that. I love that. All
Mhm.
right. So for you, some education is the gap. Like you need to
Mhm.
know more about what's going on with breast massage, what's going on during the surgeries, what's going on during chemo and radiation, all that kind of
Mhm.
information.
Mhm.
Any other gaps that you are aware of?
I mean, I'd say probably getting back in touch with doing the lighter touch techniques for sure. That's something that
Yeah.
I've strayed away from. And I know even when clients come in, they're like, "I just want light and relaxation massage." I have like a really hard time with it. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
because you're oriented to a firm pressure now, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, we can definitely help you with that too. Anything else? Other gaps that we can see if we can fill for you?
Not really. I think
Okay.
once you get a little bit more tuned up with the education and techniques, then I think I'd be pretty good to go.
Okay, amazing. So then my last question for you is, do you like to kind of learn in a short period of time and do an intensive like download of information and then go and implement it on your own? Or do you prefer a little bit more time with your learning where you can integrate it and you have someone there to help, um, you know, help you with the whole implementation process? What's your preferred style of learning?
Usually I do more intensives just because of time wise, and it's less demanding to
Right.
my life schedule to make the space for it. But yeah, I'm kind of open at this point to
Okay, good. So let's go into some of the options for you then of what would be good for you. Is that good for you now?
mm-hmm.
Okay. So I ask about the two different styles. What is most like what's your learning style? So I've got the comprehensive intensive, which is coming up at the end of the month, and that starts May 31st, and it's 6 days, and it is a serious download of information. You do get
Mm-hmm.
hands-on practice time. But then, once the course is done, you're kind of on your own to implement it.
Mm-hmm.
The other option is the 6-month mentorship and training academy, which is what I went into during the 3-day event. And that one, it's more information than what's in the intensive, but it's spread out over 6 months. So it's a little bit
Mm-hmm.
easier to integrate, and you have help and support as you're implementing it all the way through. And given that you are relatively new to this work, this might be a really good avenue for you because you're kind of starting fresh and starting from the beginning with a whole new population, whole new treatment style. And I think
Mm-hmm.
this would be the best option for you. Would you?
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool. So let me go into it a little bit more then.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got different focuses. We've got the training, which is your foundations, your level 1, your level 2, and in that you get everything needed to be able to work with post-op patients for breast and chest surgery. So I went over this a little um, in the 3-day event. So you've
Mm-hmm.
got your foundations where you're learning all the ethics of doing this style of work, how to communicate with people going through major life transitions, working on sensitive parts of the body, also working with the gender affirming surgery. So you're working with the trans and non-binary population and language for helping to navigate that.
Mm-hmm.
You get all your draping and your assessments, charting, like all those foundational things are covered. And then how to do therapeutic breast massage. And
Mm-hmm.
then in level 1 is where we go into 18 different types of breast and chest surgery. So that's the deep dive. There's a ton of information in there.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the surgeries are related to breast cancer, but some of them are elective breast surgeries like breast augmentation or breast lift, breast reduction, and then also the gender affirmation surgery. So there's actually a few subsets in there. So it ends up being more than 18, it's more like 20, 21. But
Mm-hmm.
in any case, it's the most amount of information on the surgeries. There's no other courses on the planet. In fact, I don't think there's any other courses like this on the planet as is.
Yeah, I haven't come across anything like this. Like, yeah, the
Yeah,
amount of
it's
work that
very,
you've put into it is amazing.
thank you. Yeah, it's a lot. I just feel driven from the inside. I just feel like I've got this mission and my guides are supporting me and is like, go ahead, Erin. This is what
Yeah.
is needed in the world. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do my best to keep up with you.
It's such a
But
big gap to fill.
it is. It really is. And there's just so many people who are currently suffering because they're falling into the gap. And I just can't stand it
Yeah.
as a helper and a healer. I'm like, all these people don't need to suffer. This is needless suffering. It does not need to be here in the world. We can
Hmm.
change the channel for all these people and give them a better future and a better quality of life and a different relationship with their body. Like all of that can be
Yeah.
changed from what it is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I feel on that with my career that I see these gaps where people are missing out on care, and yeah, those are the
Yeah.
areas that I'm getting pulled towards.
Amazing. I love it. Yeah. And especially as a seasoned therapist now, you've got a few years under your belt treating. And so, yeah, you might be like needing to have some more meaning in your practice, feel like you're doing
Hmm.
something that like gives it in a different way than what you've been doing so far and have
Hmm.
that, yeah, refresher of purpose and passion for what you're doing, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So then level 2 is where we go into all the post-op complications. So that's where you really learn to become a safe therapist, where you feel like, okay, I understand what are the danger zones here. I understand how to avoid them. Or if they do arise, no fault of mine, I understand how to mitigate them and how to reduce them, and
Hmm.
I understand the difference between like what I can work with, what I can't work with, and when to refer to medical care. And it changes the playing field once you get to the complications.
Hmm.
And then there's the integrative cancer care, so that you're learning about how to work with breast cancer patients. It's very specific to breast cancer patients. And that you learn about the different types of breast cancer, stages, grades, how to recognize metastasis, and understanding what chemo and radiation actually are. How do they work with the body? How can you work with them safely? How can you help navigate the side effects of what people experience, all through light touch treatments? And all the treatments we feature are light touch. There's only one technique where I advocate for a very specific deeper spot pressure, but
Mm-hmm.
otherwise everything is light touch, which is makes such a huge difference, because like your hands have held up for 18 years. My hands, there's no way they would have held up for 18 years.
Yeah,
And
I'm a
now,
one for sure.
right, yeah, which is amazing. um so now, like, I've been able to practice and I don't have any more pain in my hands, which is super incredible,
Awesome.
because yeah, I thought there's no way, like, I'm going to be in pain forever, I'm going to lose my hands. And I was like, that's not happening. I'm making changes. I need my hands when I'm older. So if I
Mhm.
can do it, anyone can do it. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's all the technical training. And then we also go into the mentorship part, where we help you actually apply the information in real life. So we support you with practice sessions so that you're able to get people in. You can practice, like, they know this is a practice session. You don't have to be a professional. You can have your videos open, you can have your books open, and
Mhm.
you can just tell them, like, I'm learning, I'm studying, I'm in this academy, and this is what we're working on right now. And we help you with places to be able to reach out. You have to do the reaching out, but we share with you, these are good places to be able to reach out with, and we give you
Mhm.
templates and everything that you can use to help introduce yourself and what you're doing. So we make the process easy for you to get practice people in,
Awesome.
and then help you with, like, the different stages of healing people go through and the different presentations people have. And then in the second half of the program, we actually get you to start working with paid clientele, so you can make that transition from
Mhm.
practice sessions to paid sessions while you're still in that container of the mentorship academy, so that you're in this nice, safe container. And because the level of expectation when it's a paid treatment as opposed to a practice session is quite different. And so we
Yeah.
want you to still be in that supported container while you're making that transition, so it's not scary and overwhelming.
Mhm. Mhm.
So we help you with the marketing. That's another tier. So our main three tiers that we work on um, is the technical training, it's the marketing and communication, and then it's the supportive community. So in the marketing and communication, that's where we help you be able to reach out into the world around you and to be able to say, like, hi, I'm here, I'm doing this work, and this is who it's for, and all without it seeming like this is an odd thing to be doing, or like it's sexualized in any way, or we just
Mhm.
bypass all of that so that you can put yourself out there as a trusted professional who's doing legitimate work, and it's necessary rehabilitation work that, for whatever reason, society just hasn't paid attention to it up until now. Society was like, oh, they're fine, just let them be. And they're like, actually,
Yeah.
I'm not fine. I'm really not fine. Like, I'm in a lot of pain for years, and we don't need that. So we help you to be able to put yourself out there into your local community, to be able to create referral networks, and to be able to reach out to the doctors and surgeons and say, hi, I'm Michelle, I'm doing this kind of work. And um,
Mhm.
yeah, so that you can help bring this clientele into your practice. And then the third tier is the supportive community. So that's where you've got myself as a mentor. You've got your other peers in the academy who are all educated people. They're like you. They're like, I need something that's really meaningful. I'm a seasoned therapist and I want to learn to work in a different way. I want to be providing something that's above and beyond what I could do as a generalist. So it's a very like-minded community, which is amazing.
Mhm.
And then we connect you with accountability buddies as well, so that you have someone that you can be closer with in the community, and then help you stay on track with the tasks that are necessary for opening your practice to a new clientele.
Mhm.
And yes, and then we've got like a private community site where it's just the members of the academy, and you can message with each other, and then we do challenges like, okay, this week we're working on our clinic room. So you're bringing in items that would help make this population feel comfortable and recognized. And then this week we're reaching out to the breast cancer support groups. And this week we're getting you to do an event, a community event of some kind. And, so there's like different action challenges that are in there that help you kind of move yourself along.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's a very robust program. And then we also help you with other things like your marketing assets. So you're able to customize your own business cards. We provide you with business cards, brochures, welcome packages, letters of introduction, all the things that will help you be able to reach out to the world around you. And then you can just customize them. So you can just say, hi, I'm Michelle. This is my phone number. This is my email address, or whatever your contact info is. And then if you
Mhm.
have branding colors that you want for your own brand, you can change the colors. You can put your logo in there so it becomes yours,
Mhm.
but everything else is already designed. It's all laid out. So you don't have to go through and figure all that out on your own.
Awesome.
Yeah. And this whole academy, it was created because I was doing weekend courses before, and people always said, oh my gosh, amazing course, so inspired. But now I don't know how to actually get these patients into my practice. Like, what do I
Mhm.
do with
Mhm.
this information now? And I was like, okay, we need to make it actionable in the world so it can live in the world and you can actually see the people that you're being trained to see. So that's how the academy came around. And now it's a 200-hour program. So it's very robust. The technical training part, the four main courses, that's 60 hours. And then the rest of it is revolving around practice hours and doing your marketing and getting one-on-one calls with me so that we can, chat about your experience. You also do some practice videos, and we share with you how to do that, like what's the process that you go through, and making sure your person understands why the videos are happening, that they've given informed consent, and everything is totally safe and confidential. Like, we help you with all that. So then I can
Mhm.
actually see what you're doing, because when normally you take a weekend course, you might practice on another therapist. Like, say you're learning something about joint mobilizations, you might practice with them, but they may not actually need the techniques that you're learning. You're just
Yeah.
doing it with a practice body. But here we
Mhm.
actually get you to work with people who are going through the surgeries. And then when you video it, which is once a month, and then I get to watch the video, and then I can see, like, oh, okay, Michelle, you actually carrying quite a lot of tension in your hands here. Let's get you to soften your hands and, lean back with your body so that you're not leaning forward and adding unintentional pressure, and, whatever it is, the feedback that would be helpful for you. But then I actually get to see what you're doing, which I love, because then it's not just your feedback of like, this is what I did, and, talking about it, but I actually get to see what happens. And that just adds a
Mhm.
whole other level of instructing and feedback that can come from it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So how does that sound so far?
That sounds really amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Oh, good.
Mhm.
Um, so in terms of cost, the regular cost is 4,800, and then there's a $500 commitment deposit if you want to start your payments in August. So the $500 just saves your spot now, and then you can start payments towards the end of the summer.
Okay.
Or, because there's an early bird special on right now for people who have done the clarity calls with me, there's an opportunity to save $1,000 on your course tuition fee. So instead of 4,800, it's 3,800. And then also, if you just want to pay it in full upfront, then I'll also waive the commitment deposit. So then you would only be paying 3,800 and not the not the commitment deposit, and then saving the $1,000. So it ends up being a $1,500 savings, which is a really amazing deal. And we're kind of at the end of that period now. So if that's of interest to you, it's available. And
Okay.
yeah, I'll just check in with you how you feel.
And what's the timeline for the discount?
The timeline is only here for another few days. It's really just
Okay.
till the end of the week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's the option in payments to do monthly payments. You don't have to come up with it all at once. So
Okay.
if the regular price is $800 a month, but if you're doing this early bird VIP, then it's $633 a month plus tax, of course. Can't get away from tax.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I am in for it for sure. But I would definitely want to. I think I'd probably be going for like the monthly payments. But yeah,
Okay.
I'm in.
Oh,
What's the schedule like
so
over
it's
the?
mostly delivered on a Monday. We have a
Mhm.
few Saturdays and one Sunday, but primarily it's delivered on a Monday. So are you in Mountain Time
Yeah.
in Canmore? Yeah. So then your longer days, the technical training days would be from 11 to 5. So they're 6-hour days.
Okay.
And then on alternating Mondays, we have our group mentorship calls, which your time would be 2 to 3:30, 90-minute calls. And then we have some one-on-one calls, which we can just schedule at different times. Um, so we suggest reserving about 8 hours a week to attend to the program. So on
Hmm.
the days when you've got your longer training days, that's 6 hours. So then your other couple of hours, maybe that's course review, maybe that's working, like reaching out to some of the organizations around you, letting them know what you're doing, that kind of thing. On the
Hmm.
days when the calls are shorter, just the group calls, 90 minutes, then we suggest those weeks, maybe you do your practice sessions and maybe you do your events and, things that are time bulkier. So overall, it's 200 hours. And we find if you can devote at least 8-ish hours a week, then it's pretty good to stay on top of everything.
Awesome. That
Is
sounds
that,
good.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
doable for you?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yay. That's good. So on a scale of 10 is like, yep, I'm in, to 1 is like, not so much. Where are you at? What's your number?
Definitely 8 to 9 for sure.
8 to 9. Okay. So
Yeah.
what do you need to get up to a 10? What's your,
Just figuring out finances on my end, and yeah, just
okay.
mhm.
Okay. So should I give you a couple of days to be able to do that?
I think we're good. Yeah, it's just future planning, keeping that in mind is that's another expense, but yeah,
Yeah.
ready for
But
it.
it is a short-term expense because what you can
Exactly.
get back on the other side like blows out of the water what the actual course costs itself.
Yeah,
So
for
you'll be able
sure.
to raise your rate afterwards because you'll be an advanced skill set practitioner. So you won't be a generalist anymore. And so you can raise your rate. And then you may be able to do like there's another lady in the program right now, and she's like, I can work another day a week now because these treatments are so much easier on my body. I can
Hmm.
add more time into my schedule. And so she's getting more income that way as well. And can also help prolong your career so that you're not, burning out and feeling like, oh God, I'm at the end here. My body's all done. Instead, it can give
Yeah,
you
for sure.
extra years. So yeah, it's a little bit of investment up front, but the feedback that you get from it, the return on your investment is pretty significant. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, awesome. Well, let's do
Yay.
it.
Okay. Yay. So if you want to do monthly payments, you want to do your commitment deposit now, and then your spot is secure, and then you
Yeah,
can,
yeah, I think we can do that today. Yeah, for sure.
okay, great. So let me just call this up here for you, and then you'll be able to figure out between now and August the 1st what is better for you. If you want to do
Mhm.
the monthly payments or if you want to do just all in one. But it
Mhm.
will be the $3,800 value.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's the link for your commitment deposit. So just open up the chat and then click on that link, and it should take you to the commitment deposit page.
Okay. Awesome. There we go. Awesome. Got it.
Amazing. You did it. I'm so excited for you. This is
Yeah, I'm excited
great.
too. It's awesome.
Yay. Oh, I love it. Oh, we're going to have so much fun together. This is going to be so terrific. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yay. This is good. You've got a good future ahead. This is going to be fun. And amazing people who are saying yes to this, really like quality people, quality therapists. It's a really beautiful group to be a part of. Yeah.
Yeah, like I've had quite a few clients actually recently since kind of getting engaged with your course. So I've been having like quite a few clients pop up lately with mastectomies, and I've been like, wow,
Oh,
yeah, I'm actually getting into it, and
oh,
there's a few that are really excited to try it. So
amazing. Perfect. Well, maybe they can be your practice buddies when you're,
yeah.
yeah, that's great. Oh, I'm so excited for you. This is going to be a great ride. This is amazing. So we will be reaching out then in mid-July for your tuition payments. And so then you can just decide between now and then what will work better for you.
Okay.
And if you feel like you want to do it in full, that's great. If you want to do monthly, that's great too. Whatever works for you. And then you'll be getting some emails from us between now and then. So just make sure that you are getting our emails to your inbox. They're not being delivered to spam or junk or anything, because emails are our primary way of communicating with you. So we do want to make sure you are getting what you need to get.
Awesome.
Okay. And then I'm
Yeah.
going to put my our email address in here. So if you have any questions, anything that you need to reach out about, this is where you go. And then, yeah, no typos. And then we'll be able to get back to you and
Okay.
do the
Perfect.
deed.
Awesome.
Okay,
Awesome.
great. Well,
Exciting.
welcome. I'm so excited.
Hmm.
And we will chat with you soon, really, because we don't need a follow-up call, right? Because that's
Mhm.
all taken care of. Yeah. Okay. Well, we will be in touch, and we will definitely be reaching out mid-July.
Okay, awesome. That sounds good.
Okay. And in
When
the
does the
meantime,
course
stay in the
start?
group. Oh, September the 14th. September
Okay.
14th is your first one. And that first weekend, the 14th is a Saturday. And then on Sunday, we have tech training so that you understand about the using the digital platforms so you can navigate the community and the course. And then we've got our first training day on the Monday. So the first Saturday, Sunday, Monday are action packed. And then it kind of
Okay.
goes into its more regular rhythm after that.
Okay. Perfect.
All
Awesome.
right. Well, it's been a real pleasure. Thank you so much for your time and
Yeah.
willingness to say yes to something new and open yourself up to a new population and be a part of something which is really beautiful and amazing and very, very necessary. Yeah.
I agree for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, we will chat with you soon then.
Yeah, talk soon.
Okay,
Thanks.
bye.
Bye.